What's up guys? And welcome to this video, a video in which I've wanted to do for a while now, but never got around to it until today. The mysterious and the extremely curious Iceberg chart about the popular Twitch streamer CaseOh, which I found from the official r/CaseOh subreddit. There are a couple things to note about this chart before we get into it. The chart was made a year ago now, but there are a lot of entries on here that are still quite relevant and interesting to talk about, even if they might be a year old. Also, the Reddit user who made this chart has now since had their account deleted. I would have gave them a shout out here, but since their account got deleted, I'm just going to link the original Iceberg chart in the description of this video. And so, with that all out of the way, let's get into the first tier of the mysterious and curious CaseOh Iceberg. Jinxie. Jinxie is another well-known Twitch streamer that has done multiple collab streams with CaseOh. They're both known to be really good friends, and both of them also got really popular around the same time in 2023. They both also got popular in a similar fashion, with each of them getting their clips posted onto TikTok, which skyrocketed each of their streams. Fat jokes. CaseOh's community is known to make every fat joke you can think of towards CaseOh, and CaseOh doesn't actually mind these jokes at all, since a lot of it is banter towards him. Another entry on this Iceberg, PS5 messages, also references the fat jokes, as there are many videos that CaseOh's made where he reacts to his most insane PlayStation messages sent by viewers. And of course, the majority of the messages in the videos are fat jokes. Even the thumbnails have fat jokes just to back this. Oh, and since we are speaking about fat jokes, make sure to subscribe, otherwise CaseOh will eat your entire family. Okay, this is an Iceberg video, but that was pretty dark. 1x1 Lego piece. This is a joke chat message from a viewer in one of CaseOh's streams, where he told CaseOh that he was built like a 1x1 Lego piece. This clip would end up becoming a big meme in CaseOh's community.
What do you mean bro's built like a 1x1 Lego piece? What even is a 1x1 Lego piece? Yep, you're banned.
Memes. Speaking of memes, CaseOh has a ton of memes. He even used to react to his memes on his Discord server. Stuff like the 1x1 Lego piece comment and fat jokes would become memes in of itself. Yep, you're banned is also considered as a big meme in CaseOh's community. When CaseOh gets roasted by a viewer, he will say the famous phrase, "Yep, you're banned," but he never actually bans anybody for doing this, since again, it's friendly banter between him and his community.
Yep, you're banned.
Discord. CaseOh does have a Discord, as I mentioned earlier. It's called CaseOh's community, and it's like any other Discord server that you can expect to go in. OFC. This is a chat message that viewers will put in CaseOh's streams whenever CaseOh mentions food or food is brought up in his streams. Of course CaseOh goes to the fridge. He's fat. Kitty. This is pretty simple. Basically, whenever CaseOh brings his cat Kitty on his streams, he will hold her up to the camera and say in excitement the famous line, "Strawberry cheesecake." This is another meme within CaseOh's community, where CaseOh sings strawberry cheesecake. This meme would end up becoming an actual song due to CaseOh's nice singing voice and its memeable nature. But why strawberry cheesecake? Well, because CaseOh of course loves cheesecake.
Strawberry cheesecake.
M&M McFlurry. This is another food meme and food that CaseOh also really loves.
But a M&M McFlurry?
Edits. CaseOh of course has a lot of TikTok edits about him. He even reacts to some of these edits on stream, and they're pretty W to be honest. Waffle House photo. This photo is CaseOh's second channel profile picture, and also Twitter profile picture, of him standing in front of a Waffle House. Obviously CaseOh used to eat at this Waffle House. This image would also of course become a meme in his community. Shrimp Alfredo. This is again another food meme that CaseOh really loves, and would sing about yet again.
Shrimp Alfredo?
Meat Canyon Animation. Meat Canyon is an animation YouTuber who makes creepy videos about content creators in animation. CaseOh had one of his own animations made by Meat Canyon, called Fat Shaming a Streamer. CaseOh would end up reacting to this video and was speechless to say the least while watching the end of the animation.
We gotta streamline these ideas. We need
What?
Goobertown in Arkansas. Goobertown is referencing a running joke in his community where people will say that he lives in Goobertown, Arkansas. Realistically though, he doesn't actually live here, this is just another meme. Van. I think this is referencing the fact that CaseOh has done multiple IRL streams in his RV. Jinx. Jinx is another cat that is owned by CaseOh, and he is about 5 years old. Jinxing CaseOh IRL stream. Earlier in the Iceberg, I mentioned that CaseOh's done multiple streams with Jinxie. Well, one of these streams was an in real life stream that they did together. In this stream, they opened up fan mail, played some games, and even did a mukbang. Granny Gauntlet. The Granny Gauntlet was a challenge that CaseOh did multiple videos on. This challenge involved him beating every single granny game without taking a single hit in a gauntlet run. He would end up doing multiple versions of this gauntlet, with the first Granny Gauntlet being on normal mode, Granny Gauntlet 2.0 which is on hard mode, and just recently Granny Gauntlet 3.0 which is extreme mode. Yo, that almost killed me. This is referring to when CaseOh played Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on stream and got jump scared by Bonnie. And when he got jump scared, he would say the line, "Yo, that almost killed me." And right after this, he would hilariously fall out of his chair.
Yo, that almost killed me. Ah! Yo, my monitor fell!
Fan art. CaseOh has reacted to his fan art before on stream through his Discord, and a lot of the fan art CaseOh gets from his viewers is questionable to say the least.
Buddy, when I tell you this and I mean it, stop trying to be an artist. Get ready to put your application in at Walgreens when you grow up.
Marcelo. Marcelo is apparently a person who has deep feelings towards CaseOh. This one is funny to me because CaseOh doesn't actually know who Marcelo is, but in his fan mail, he got sent a book that was apparently from Marcelo, and in it he expresses his feelings towards CaseOh. This is a joke that CaseOh's community ran with, and it originated from a PlayStation troll message that CaseOh got from one of his viewers.
You are disgusting!
Dolores. This is referencing a character from the game 60 Seconds, a game that CaseOh has done multiple videos on, and CaseOh loves Dolores so much so that his community has put her in fan art and fan games relevant to CaseOh.
Take a dump on me, Dolores!
CaseOh's mum. CaseOh does have a mum, and she apparently was the sole reason that CaseOh got into streaming, which is awesome. By the way, I am British, so if you're wondering why I'm not pronouncing it as mom, that is why. CaseOh's card got declined at a gas station. When CaseOh was on Jinxie's podcast, he talked about the time his card got declined at a dollar store.
At the time I was streaming, a couple days before I started streaming, my card got declined at the dollar store because of the 2K builds. You know, I own everything I love. I went to the dollar store, the Family Dollar. I bought 2 bowls of noodles and a can of Pringles. Tried to swipe the card, it got declined. I just ran out the store on them, bro.
I am not shaped like a Ferris wheel is another viewer message that CaseOh was made fun of for.
I am not shaped like a Ferris wheel!
AI. There are many videos of CaseOh turned into AI. One of the funniest AIs that wasn't even that long ago that was made was when people were turning CaseOh's Waffle House picture into a AI video of CaseOh running towards the Waffle House. AI covers. This is another use of CaseOh and AI. This time his voice was used to sing normal songs, and CaseOh reacted to a lot of these AI covers. Wii Sports. CaseOh has done many videos playing Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. He even played it with Jinxie during their IRL collab stream. CaseOh has his own gravitational pull. This is another fat joke and meme because CaseOh is so big he literally has his own gravitational pull. This is a moment in history, take a picture. This was a historical moment in CaseOh's stream where he was able to get a 50-50 even poll that he ran with the exact same number of votes on both poll options, which hints the line, "This is a moment in history, take a picture."
Oh my god! Oh! No way! No way! There's actually no way! What? What? This is a moment in history! take a picture!
Contraband Police. In CaseOh's early streams in 2023, he would play Contraband Police, which is a game that would popularize CaseOh even bigger than himself. He ended up making an over 40-part series of this game, and many of the streams of him playing this would be clipped everywhere. Bookshot Roulette. This is another game that CaseOh played and made a series on that would also do very well. John Pork. Jonathan Porkson is a big internet meme, and is a police officer in Goobertown, Arkansas, which is where people think CaseOh lives. And CaseOh's community has memed John Pork into having criminal encounters with CaseOh, but usually it just ends with John Pork killing CaseOh. Songs. This is different from the AI covers entry with the fact that it's not a AI cover of a regular song. Instead, it's AI covers of regular songs but with the lyrics changed into mentioning food.
No, I'm not finished, that's not everything. Can I please get a double waffle with no cheese?
Kai Cenat. We all know Kai Cenat. He's a really popular streamer on Twitch and in general. And of course, he has done multiple collab streams with CaseOh. They both played Bookshot Roulette, Carry the Glass, and even did a 1v1 on Jinxie's Rainbow Six Siege stream. CaseOh's actual weight. What is CaseOh's actual weight? Well, no one actually 100% knows, but people have speculated that he's around 300 pounds, which I think is fair to say. CaseOh's real name. CaseOh's actual name is Case Baker or Case Dylan Baker, which is his full government name. Merch. CaseOh does sell merch. The website for it is caseohgames.com. CaseOh has also revealed his new merch drops in streams. CaseOh in school. I think this is referencing the time that CaseOh showed off a picture of himself when he was in high school, but there was also a joke video that was made about CaseOh in school taking pizzas out of a classroom, which is pretty funny.
I don't care! This pizza's mine!
1x1 Lego piece model. This is just a 1x1 Lego piece meme again, but with CaseOh turned into the 1x1 Lego piece. Twitch 50/50. This is just a Twitch poll tie being mentioned again, nothing else to talk about with this. CaseOh on the news. This was a real incident that actually did happen. CaseOh was put on the news. Basically, a viewer of CaseOh's stream messaged Fox News to give CaseOh a happy birthday shout out, and CaseOh ended up reacting to this.
We are so proud of how much you have grown. Love Mom, Dad, Grandma, and Grandpa, and your sister Chica. Can you take
What?
60 seconds world record. This entry is mentioning the fact that CaseOh attempted to go for the 60 seconds world record. Sadly, he's never actually gotten the world record though, but he was 6th place the world record at one point. Taco Bell Steakhouse Burrito. CaseOh really loves the Taco Bell Steakhouse Burrito, and he has wanted it back on the menu for so long since it got taken off the menu in 2017. CaseOh is the biggest streamer. This is another running fat joke. Because CaseOh is obviously big, people made the joke that he is the biggest streamer in quotation marks around the word biggest, to act as a sneak diss towards CaseOh. CaseOh's brother wedding picture. I cannot find anything about this other than the fact that apparently CaseOh does actually have a brother. His name is Cody Baker, and his brother used to actually run a firearm YouTube channel that CaseOh helped him film.
Today's lesson? The belt loop trick. Tell him about it, Cody.
Here we go.
Let her rip. Yo!
In the videos, you can hear CaseOh talking as the cameraman. Pretty interesting stuff. NBA 2K. This is the game that CaseOh played when he first started off streaming on Twitch, and started off with his first videos on YouTube. CaseOh Games. This is the name of CaseOh's TikTok account and Instagram account. CaseOh Games for his TikTok and CaseOh_Games for his Instagram. Plush. I think this is referring to the fact that there are CaseOh plushies that exist online that you can buy. Nothing more. TikTok warnings. CaseOh has gotten warnings from TikTok, and this has happened whenever he streams on TikTok. This is because so many people are stealing his streams and putting them on TikTok. So therefore, whenever he streams on TikTok, he gets a warning that he's stealing content when he isn't. This has led CaseOh to stop streaming on TikTok entirely. Jinxie podcast. We already talked about this earlier in the Iceberg. Basically, CaseOh was on Jinxie's first ever podcast episode. CaseOh's accent. CaseOh has a southern accent, which means he will pronounce words weird sometimes, like saying wash instead of wash. This also again indicates that he's from Arkansas. 4. This is a meme joke reference from his community in that he looks like Thor, because CaseOh is fat and of course Thor is fat, and instead of the god of war, CaseOh is the god of hunger. Variety Streamer of the Year. During the 2023 Streamer Award event, CaseOh ended up winning Best Variety Streamer. This is because CaseOh plays a bunch of different games on his stream, and that is what a variety streamer is classed as.
Goes to CaseOh.
No way!
I should also just mention here that CaseOh also won Gamer of the Year at the 2024 Streamer Awards.
And the people goes to CaseOh.
And he also won Content Creator of the Year at the 2024 Game Awards.
CaseOh! Congratulations. Here are the nominees for Best Sports.
Footage of CaseOh's old job. Someone actually found footage of CaseOh's old job, and funny enough, CaseOh would react to this footage on his stream.
This is the first day I bought the ice cream truck, and I was showing it to my friend Justin.
Roblox avatars. There are a bunch of CaseOh avatars on Roblox, and a lot of them are honestly pretty crazy. Being able to make CaseOh look extremely fat in every avatar is insane. It just goes to show how far Roblox avatars have really come in terms of customization. First edits. These are edits that are like normal edits, but used to attract viewers sexually. And CaseOh has these first trap edits, which is what they are called. Sleeper build. This is a physique that looks normal when you are clothed, but when you flex or clothing is removed, the physique ends up being not what you expected. And people have made a CaseOh AI edit to make him look like he has this so-called sleeper build. Leak. I don't know exactly what this is referring to, but the only thing I could find was that CaseOh leaked his IP once from fan mail. I don't know if this is talking about his address being leaked, but that's all I could find. Nah, I did CaseOh versus Gorlock the Destroyer. This is a meme where CaseOh versus Gorlock the Destroyer, who is a TikTok influencer and is also fat. Here's a clip from the meme if you want to see it for yourself.
Outburgers and pizza, I alone am the biggest one. First technique, jumping jacks, domain extension.
Twitter. We already went over this earlier in the Iceberg. CaseOh does have a Twitter. He tweets sometimes, but usually not that often. Lore. CaseOh does have a lot of lore behind him. CaseOh had terrible internet, so he once ran his stream on a mobile hotspot. He also posted multiple videos a day on TikTok, and that is how he exploded in popularity. FNAF Gauntlet. This is like the Granny Gauntlet, where CaseOh has to beat all 4 mainline Five Nights at Freddy's games without dying. If he dies, he resets to the first game. However, CaseOh never actually beat this gauntlet, and it seems as if he did 2 videos on this and never did another one. I guess he ended up giving up on this challenge. CaseOh burgers. I think this is talking about the fact that CaseOh guessed where every fast food burger is. Correct. In a quiz. And this is honestly a pretty hilarious clip of this.
That's not Sonic, that's McDonald's, chat. It's not Sonic. I know a Sonic burger.
Answer.
Please let me get one wrong.
Whose burger is this?
That's Sonic.
Answer. Whose burger is this?
Burger King.
The Ghost Power Lifter. I think this is referring to the fact that CaseOh has talked about how he is a power lifter on the Jinxie podcast.
You know, go to the gym.
I'm sorry.
When did you start going to the gym?
Huh?
When did you start going to the gym, like, frequently?
When did I start?
Yeah, like, no, like, I mean, like, this is part of your routine. So, like, when did it become your routine?
When I was like 17.
CaseOh's Basics. This is a fan-made Baldi's Basics game about CaseOh. It's called CaseOh's Basics in Eating and Fast Food, and CaseOh has made a video and stream playing this fan-made game. CaseOh's brother. We already talked about CaseOh's brother earlier in the Iceberg. Yes, CaseOh has a brother, his name is Cody Baker, but I want to just add real quick to the fact that his brother apparently made some comments that CaseOh doesn't associate with his family anymore, following his internet fame. But I find this hard to believe since CaseOh is very close with his mum. I'm not entirely sure what this is all about, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. CaseOh documentary. CaseOh had a documentary made about him by a YouTuber called BeetleBat. The doc was titled How CaseOh Became the Biggest in quotation marks streamer, and CaseOh ended up reacting to this video, which was pretty cool. CaseOh's mum in the Discord. CaseOh's mum is active in CaseOh's Discord, and she notifies people whenever and at what time CaseOh will start streaming. And I didn't know this until now, but CaseOh's mum actually has a Twitch account, which is simply CaseOh's_mum. Pretty cool. Ice cream truck. This is talking about how CaseOh apparently bought an ice cream truck, and he did a reveal of it on a stream of his.
Here's the right side view.
CaseOh sunk the Titanic. We all know that CaseOh is very big, and the Titanic was a very worthy opponent for CaseOh, and we all know he was the one who sunk the Titanic in Roblox Titanic. The jokes get to CaseOh. Okay, obviously I don't think that the fat jokes actually get to CaseOh, but I will say that CaseOh's brother said that he finds it hard to believe that CaseOh is truly okay with all the fat jokes. Again, I don't believe what his brother is saying, and I personally think that CaseOh is okay with the fat jokes, and knows if people make jokes about him, it pushes his stream to a bigger audience, because people repost all the fat joke clips about him everywhere online. CaseOh isn't actually fat. Now this one might be true. Okay, no. Obviously CaseOh is fat, but what if he does have a sleeper build physique? I mean, none of us really know the truth. I mean, he could. CaseOh is not the ghost powerlifter. No, CaseOh is obviously not a powerlifter. Nothing more to this. What if CaseOh's mum never told him about Twitch? Earlier in the Iceberg, I mentioned that CaseOh's mum got CaseOh into streaming, but what if this didn't happen? Well, CaseOh might have still gotten into streaming, but it would have been without his mum to get into it. That's a way. But if Case himself didn't get himself into streaming, what would have happened? Well, CaseOh probably would have been working a normal job somewhere and wouldn't be a famous phenomenon today. It's as simple as that, but it is pretty crazy to think about. Los Polos TV. Alright, so Los Polos TV is another really popular streamer, and he is also fat, and Los Polos has accused CaseOh of copying his streaming style.
There's a dude running around the internet right now, okay, who for months or years, I don't know when it started, bro, okay, he came from the 2K community watching my stream. We're talking about someone who words that come out of my mouth are coming out of another man's mouth, bro.
Personally, I don't think CaseOh is copying Los Polos, and I honestly just think that Los Polos needs to take a chill pill. Every CaseOh stream is personalized. Here we are, the last entry on the iceberg. But what does this mean? Well, this means that every CaseOh stream you watch, every fat joke that is made, every meme that is made, CaseOh is planning behind your back. He is waiting for every clip farmable moment so he can make multiple CaseOh fan accounts to post them to push his streams to an even wider audience. Okay, obviously I'm joking. This entry honestly means nothing and is just here for scare effect. But it does mean one thing, and that is that every CaseOh stream is fationalized. And that is the iceberg. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and there were actually a lot of stuff that I learned about CaseOh that I didn't know while making this iceberg video. So that's pretty awesome. You know, originally this video was supposed to be a Jinxie and CaseOh tag team documentary video, but I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with it, so I decided I would do something different that I don't normally do, which is an iceberg video about CaseOh. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Oh, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel channel, like the video, and of course follow me on my other social medias I do stuff on sometimes. Links to those will be in the description of this video. Again, I really enjoyed making this, and I'll see y'all in the next one. That was the mysterious and extremely curious CaseOh Iceberg explained.